It's March 2020. Zoom meetings replace office chatter, Peloton bikes flood living rooms, and Amazon warehouses hum nonstop. Yet behind this sudden chaos, Scott Galloway sees something different, not a crisis, but an accelerant firing off trends already set to change our world. What if this pandemic simply added rocket fuel to a pre-written story about tech giants, education's collapse, and the future of opportunity? So many businesses tanked overnight, but a few tech giants didn't just survive, they exploded. What's the secret sauce behind Peloton's boom and Zoom's takeover of communication? In March 2020, Peloton sales surged 66% as gyms shuttered and living rooms turned into sweaty studios. Suddenly, CEO John Foley wasn't just selling exercise bikes, he was selling a slice of normalcy. But Peloton's success wasn't luck. It was a perfect storm of timing, tech, and lifestyle convenience converging during a global pause. Imagine the pandemic as a high-octane fuel dumped on an already speeding race car. Digital platforms like Zoom and Amazon were circuits ready to explode when the engine revved. They didn't create new demand. They swallowed existing trends and gulped up new users in a tidal wave, leveraging network effects like a spider weaving an unbreakable web. As these tech giants thrived, they didn't just grow, they consolidated power and wealth at breakneck speed. The pandemic revealed how technology isn't just a tool but a lever, pulling income and influence into fewer hands while the rest scramble for scraps. This shift is no accident, it's the dawn of a winner-take-most economy. Universities closed their doors but stayed open online. For decades, college was the golden ticket. Now, Galloway calls it a crumbling fortress struggling to justify sky-high tuition without the campus experience. When Columbia University shuttered in March 2020, students sat staring into pixelated professors on Zoom. The magic of shoulder-to-shoulder learning vanished. Galloway points out that universities aren't just degree mills, they're immersive communities. Without that, tuition fees felt like a bad joke, and enrollment started to wobble dangerously. Think of traditional higher education like a massive, expensive cruise ship, stately but slow and costly. The pandemic was a hurricane exposing every crack, flushing out students fed up with debts and online classes. The financial engines that sustain these institutions began stalling, dragging entire systems toward insolvency. But out of this chaos comes opportunity. Education is morphing into a pick-and-mix buffet. Online learning, micro-credentials, and skills-based training can deliver value without the glitz or cost. The future classroom might be less ivy-covered fortress, more open-air marketplace of ideas and skills, finally affordable and flexible. The pandemic didn't just scramble business, it tore open societal fault lines. Galloway shines a harsh light on a country split by wealth, health, and ideology, challenging our belief in equal opportunity. From Wall Street penthouses to Rust Belt factories, COVID-19's economic hammer dropped unevenly. Tech-savvy cities thrived while traditional industries bled. Galloway describes this as a geography of opportunity reshaped by broadband access and job security, leaving rural and minority communities more vulnerable than ever. Here's the brutal truth. The virus didn't care who you were, but your access to healthcare sure did. Mask-wearing, testing, and treatment broke along lines of income and race. The pandemic became a mirror reflecting society's deepest inequities, revealing that health isn't just medicine, it's economics and justice too. Amid this turmoil, political divisions blew wide open. Galloway warns that the pandemic accelerated distrust in institutions and government, fueling polarization, misinformation, and a democracy in crisis. The social contract feels frayed, begging the question, can we repair a nation so visibly broken? Remember that March 2020 room, the whirl of Peloton pedals and Zoom chimes? That scene wasn't just a snapshot, it was the prologue to a reshaped world where tech titans soar, old institutions buckle, and our society splits into winners and losers. Your takeaway: look for acceleration, not invention. Try spotting one trend in your life speeding up and lean into it because the future's moving fast. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.